Hey everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of Flick News. Izola here with Flick Direct, and we've got some, couple movie updates for you and a couple television streaming shows. So grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and let's get this started. First up, we have a teensy weensy update on Christopher Nolan's take on Homer's The Odyssey. And this is where it's starring Matt Damon as Odysseus. Now, the film is not coming out until July 17th, 2026. But that doesn't mean that they can't kick off the hype, and that is exactly what's happening. We've got our first poster, which has the classic Nolan vibes. It has those really stark visuals, a crumbling statue, and of course, it has to have a dramatic tagline, which is Defy the Gods. Now, obviously, I didn't sell it, but that's pretty intense, which again, the Nolan way. So what else would we expect? Another, which I think is huge deal about this new update, is that there's actually a trailer, but it's only if you go to theaters. So if you decide to see the new Jurassic Park movie, you'll probably be able to see it. Otherwise, you don't get it. At least not yet. Not sure when they will release it, or even if they will. I mean, this is actually a great way to get people to go see the movies in the theater. But eventually, I'm sure they will release it to us who have not gone to a movie theater. I mean, I have gone to a movie theater recently, but probably the movies I've seen would not have this as a trailer. So again, we don't have much more than that. But if you do see the trailer in the theater, please come back, leave the comments, of what you have seen. I'm actually getting ready to go to the movies the next day or so. So I will let you know when I see it and what I think about it. I'm very excited about this movie because I had to read The Odyssey in high school. It was a long book. When you're a kid, it just seems like it goes on, but I really did appreciate, having to read that. So very excited about this. I think Nolan's going to definitely knock it out of the park with this one, especially with the cast as well. If you go back to a few videos, I pretty much give you the laundry list of who's going to be in this movie, which is everybody. So stay tuned. And when I hear more information, I'll definitely let you guys know. Next, Glenn Powell and Edgar Wright are teaming up to do the Running Man reboot, and I'm pretty darn excited about this one. Look, if you guys are having withdrawals from Glenn Powell, seeing as how he hasn't really had anything come out that recently, I mean, we have Twisters and there are a few other things, but it's, we've had a little bit of a, would you call it a dry spell? I don't know. But anyway, so for those of you who are missing him, don't worry. We've got something coming. And let me just tell you, I'm kind of excited about this one. And you don't have to wait long because the movie's coming out November 7th. And for those of you who are not very familiar with it, this is actually based off of this Stephen King dystopian death match story. And it's really crazy. Now, from what I've heard, this isn't your 80s Arnold Schwarzenegger type of vibe. They're really not copying the 80s version to a T. It actually sounds like Wright sticking closer to the novel, which I really do appreciate. We'll just have to see what's actually going to be put in and what's being changed, but I'm really happy that they're kind of sticking closer to the book. So Powell is playing the lead, Ben Richards, who is, we'll just call him a very desperate man who is basically trying to dodge or run away from these deadly hunters in hopes of essentially scoring money so that he can save his family. So that's just a brief kind of idea of what this movie's about, but trust me, there's a lot more to it, a lot more depth. I actually liked the one with Arnold. It's been a really long time since I've seen it, and I think that this is definitely one that could use a reboot. I'm normally not one about taking old and bringing in for new. I'm okay with rebooting movies that don't really hold up from the original time that it was made. Not to say that it's horrible, but some 80s movies are a little hokey and campy, and they could be rebooted for modern times. There's other movies like Goonies and Legend, and I don't know, Never Ending Story. No, that really ruined my childhood. Let's not touch that one either. But yeah, like just don't touch the real good classics that have held up. If there are some that could use a little revamping, I'm okay with it. Now, with this movie, we actually do have a pretty big cast. We've got Katie O'Brien, Coleman Domingo, Josh Brolin is bringing his villainous vibes back to the big screen, and also Michael Cera with what looks to be like a super soaker, but with a more deadly twist to it. But I'm talking like mega deadly super soaker. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with that. I love Michael Cera. He's hilarious. So it should be pretty interesting to see what he's going to bring to this. Maybe that comic relief that we need in those really tense situations in the movie. Don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. The trailer is pretty entertaining and it doesn't give away too much, so definitely go check it out. And when I hear more information about the movie, I will definitely be back here giving you those updates. Okay, so we also have a new Ryan Gosling movie, and this one also looks like a ton of fun. And I just watched the trailer literally before I started putting this together. And let me tell you, I will be watching this one. It just looks like so much fun, but also it's space. It's about space, makes you a little nervous. So I'm like, ooh, where's this going? So the movie is titled Hail Mary, again, starring Ryan Gosling. And it's actually based off of Andy Weir's The Martian novel. And Gosling is playing a middle school teacher. And from where I saw the trailer pick up, he just wakes up from a coma on a spaceship with zero memory, not quite sure what's going on, no astronaut training. I mean, how freaking scary is that? I would be like, holy hell, how the heck did I get up there? But, again, that's just in the first 10 seconds. So, what's the mission? Well, he has to basically save the universe from a mysterious cosmic threat where basically everything's dying. Literally everything. All stars, the sun, everything. What is happening? We don't know. So, what can you expect? At least from this trailer, we're going to get sci-fi, humor, and emotional stakes. Lots of distress, when I'm distressed or scared, I make jokes. So I feel like this is just going to encompass all of that, which, again, by the trailer, it's really selling this movie for me. Now, just an FYI, you're going to have to wait until March 20th, 2026 to see this movie. But, we're already halfway through this year. So I don't think it's going to be that much longer with how fast things are going. Don't worry about it. You'll be there in a heartbeat. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. Just check out the trailer because I really think that you are going to like this. But if you can't wait until March, you can also just read the book. I think you'll enjoy the book. I'm going to actually pick it up and check it out. I know a lot of people are visuals, but sometimes it's good to read a book as well, and you're going to get more details. So when you see the movie, if there's something that doesn't make sense for those who have watched the movie, not read the book, you read the book, it might make sense to you. Again, we have until March 2026 for this, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot more coming out on this. But again, check out the trailer. Let me know your thoughts. Leave them in the comment section. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one. And finally, I normally don't talk a lot about television, but I kind of want to change that. Just kind of give you guys a little bit more on all aspects. And right now, Netflix is knocking it out of the park because we finally have season 2 of The Sandman, which I know, controversy, but it's real. Season 1 was so great. I just started season 2 and I am not disappointed yet. It is pretty much following the graphic novel the way it should. And then we have a sequel to what I thought was a really cool movie, The Old Guards 2, starring Charlize Theron. So they came out a day after each other, and I have been sick. And then I also had a parade that I was walking in. So I was like, I have not had a chance to just sit down and relax. So we're a little slow. But I really enjoyed The Old Guards. I thought it was a really cool idea. I didn't think we were getting a sequel. We are. It's here. So excited. And, I will let you guys know what I think about it, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up on a couple other things that were coming to streaming services. I know Old Guards 2 is technically not TV, but it's on your streaming platforms. So yeah, give it a try. Watch the first one if you haven't. And then again, if you watch either of these, and I know the Sandman again had some controversy, but I promise you, don't fault the actors and everybody that put all the work into it. It's definitely worth the watch. But yeah, let me know what you think. And if there's anything else that you guys want to actually hear about throughout the week, I can kind of condense these a little more and add more to it. Video games, conventions, all of those things. We're just trying to keep you guys up to date on what's happening. And with that, this concludes this week's episode of Flick News. Please be sure to like and subscribe to all of our channels so you never miss out on any entertainment news. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!